Good morning. How are we today? This is the anticipated part 2 of my coming back to YouTube, I guess you could say. So I'm getting ready for work. It is a very gloomy Tuesday. We are getting much needed rain. It is May 6th, so that's good. So I'm just going to jump into the video. I have questions and stuff that I'll answer as well, but I just want to say thank you to all of you who are supporting me and has talked to me personally and all of that. It means a lot, so thank you. It was absolutely petrifying for me to upload this video, and because the truth is being revealed about what I went through, what I am going through, and that's not easy to talk about, and especially when you have subscribers coming to you personally because they watch the video and asking questions. It's nerve-wracking, which is weird. I know it's weird, but it's a weird phenomenon when you do social media. I do appreciate all the love and support. It does mean a lot to me, so thank you. I do want to say, please don't send hate. As angry as I am, and I'll get into that, don't send hate, because that's not going to fix anything. Hate and hate don't equate the right thing to do. You know what I mean? It's just let it be. It is what it is. It's not going to change. Okay, no. I'm going to explain that. So, I want to just be very transparent. Like, I felt bad for posting that video. The first one, which I'll have down below. And, I was going to say some other things until Sunday. So I was going to say, some positives. But, the negatives are outweighing that by quite a bit. So Sunday, I go to church every Sunday, every time I can. I very rarely miss Sunday. Church is important to me, so I try to make sure I'm there. There's very few reasons why I would miss church. So I was there. They sit behind me. I sit 4 pews to the left of them. And so there's no way for interaction to happen unless one of us went up to each other, which I would not do. And I wouldn't recommend they do that to me, because I didn't like it the first time it happened. My sister did not go to the church on Sunday, so it was just them, and they sit with her, which ironic, never mind. That's just an ironic sentence. So they sat in that section, and they will not come to my side. I will not go to their side. I don't want no issues, right? So he was preaching on God giving us peace and what that means, and being there for your kids no matter the circumstance, when they're hurting, good, bad, ugly, right? Okay. When he was preaching, I felt bad for some of the stuff I said in my video, even though it's true. Like, I don't regret saying it, by no means. But I just was like, maybe I could have worded it differently. Just that kind of human situation, right? And then, I was going to come home and film. That's why it's taken me a while to upload this, because I have filmed it like 3 or 4 times. And then Sunday afternoon happened. So they don't know this, but I was going to invite them to lunch Sunday. Or at least my dad. If my mom went, cool. If not, I wasn't going to cry about it. But I want to see my dad. And then as we're walking out, I was behind them. And my mother did everything she could not to be around me. Like, she was trying to get as far away from me as possible. I walk faster, just saying. And so my dad's walking, and they're saying goodbye to the preacher. And they could not get away from me fast enough. And just by the pure hostility of that, there's no reconciliation. And if there is, there will be a third party involved that's not family. Because that was not needed. So a lot of people are still asking me, you know, well, why don't you just sit down and talk? Well, because of the hostility for something she did. I didn't create this mess, she did. And did I make some poor choices? Yeah, but guess what? I'm not an adolescent. When I make mistakes, I'm the one that needs to learn from it. I'm the one that needs to deal with the consequence. It doesn't affect them at all. So for her to feel in the right and needs validation that she was right is not going to happen, because she wasn't right. She had no right to do what she did to me. And I'm not speaking on any of my other siblings. I'm just strictly speaking about what I've been through and how I was treated. You don't get to treat me like that and be all high and mighty in public because of something you did. I didn't do it. You did it. So I don't understand the pious attitude. I don't understand. Well, I do understand, because that's what narcissists do. And I know she's seen some type of video, or she's heard something I've said, because she can't even look at me. But if you're in the right, why is it hard for you to look at your own daughter that you gave birth to? I didn't ask to be created. I didn't ask to be here. I didn't ask you to be my parents. That was God's plan, not my plan. So I'm not exactly sure why I'm the one that's getting treated like I am. The other issue that bothers me is the self-righteous attitude. Why are you gonna sit here so super self-righteous when you've told us our whole lives that there's no reason why us girls can't get along? There's no reason why our family can't sit together for an afternoon. Yet you can't even stand seeing me for 45 minutes at a church service. So, whose character does that speak to? Is it speaking on mine or on yours? And also, this is a crude awakening. You raised me. So if I'm not living life the way I'm supposed to be living it, which I am, isn't that on you? Because you're the one that raised us. You were the one that was supposed to give us our morals and how we're supposed to conduct ourselves in society and how we're supposed to do things. So if I didn't do it right, it's partially my fault. I'm not going to give them all the blame, but it's also, isn't it because of how I was raised, and isn't it also because of what I saw as a kid? 1 minute we're headed to church being yelled at and screamed at and telling us what we're going to do after church service, and then you're all lovey-dovey at the service because people are around and you're in public. But then when we go home, all hell breaks loose. Oh, okay. But we don't want to talk about that, do we? We don't want to talk about the mental and emotional abuse that we went through as kids. We don't talk about that. Okay, I get it now. Because you deny it. And the way that you say it is, well, I wasn't a perfect parent. There's no such thing as perfection. That doesn't exist. But being mentally and emotionally abusive could have been prevented and didn't have to happen. But guess what? It did, and here we are 30 years later still dealing with trauma. And I'm in therapy for it. And I'm not the only one going in therapy. So, who has the fault? What it is you don't want your demons and your skeletons to come out in the public eye because you want this certain persona, which, by the way, nobody buys it. Because they remember how we were treated in high school. They remember what we went through in middle school. They remember every time I've been asked to leave the premises. So, it's just weird. And if you don't know sarcasm, that's sarcasm right there. I know why. And if it's a jealousy issue, that's not on me. I'm just living my life, doing what I know God's called me to do, going into education, working as a para, going to school for psychology, being a productive member of society, doing things that I need to do as an adult. I don't ask for nothing. I do everything on my own. I don't ask for handouts. So I'm not understanding how A, I'm a bad influence, and B, how I'm being treated like this. Like, I truly don't understand it. And you're sitting there telling me I deserve it? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. So, there's no reconciliation. There's nothing. It's not going to change. I'm done with it after it's Sunday. I keep thinking yesterday was Sunday. After that, I'm done. Because I'm not going to sit here racking my brain around how I can be this perfect daughter when perfection does not exist. And I can't. So I'm not going to strive for something that I can't accomplish. Because I've tried for 30 years. My whole life, all I wanted was her approval. And I've never gotten it. So in 30 years, 25 years, if I haven't gotten it now, I ain't gonna get it. So why am I going to absolutely torture myself for that if it's never gonna happen? If it's never gonna happen, why am I sitting here torturing myself? That is the definition of insanity. So I'm not. And that's sad on her part because she won't be a part of my graduation. She won't be a part of getting a new job or getting married or maybe having a child. She's not going to be a part of that. But she's going to want to be if, it benefits her. Because that's what narcissists do. And sorry, your time is up. You made your choice. So I'm making mine. I choose happiness. I choose to just live life the way I see fit. That doesn't include drama and never being good enough. Never being good enough. So that's how I feel. I need to finish getting ready. If you have any questions, concerns, or anything, video ideas, anything you would like to say, leave it in the comments. And yes, I'm bitter. Yes, I'm angry. Yes, I'm frustrated. And no, that's not going to change. And I understand the religious side of it, and I'm working on that. But for right now, I'm very upset. And that's not going to change anytime soon. So I hope you guys have a great day.